Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's your girl, Empress Love. So yeah, my mind's been just, you know, I went through a pretty bad, breakup. Um, I don't know really what, uh, what the real issue was. I just think this person just doesn't like me, you know, reflecting upon everything that's transpired, just the whole everything, I don't think this person really liked me. I think this person was around because maybe, for whatever reasons, other people didn't want to deal with him, or, maybe he didn't want to be somewhere else, maybe I made things too easy here, you know, maybe he saw someone that he felt was like a target, maybe someone that he could manipulate and use, and you know what I mean? I don't know for certain. Um, but that sounds good. Tacos sound good. Yesterday, like for the past couple of days, it's been, really bad since, let's see, Friday, since Friday. And it was kind of building up a little bit days before then. You know what I mean? Like I could see, oh, there's going to be an argument. And no matter how much, I'm the type of person where I try to be like, okay, let me just be cool. You know what I mean? Like I try to avoid those type of things like before they happen, It takes steps to try to, so it don't, like, but whatever. Um, the last time something like this happened, I was out shopping with him, and I ended up going to jail this time. He ended up going to jail. Police were called out twice. The first time, I told them, like, no, I'm not. They wanted me to give evidence that I had video recording of like the interactions, because I had, look, yesterday I wasn't feeling well. I ended up having my moon cycle, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And anyways, like I said before, there were other things building up, like, just little things being said and done, and, body languages and shifts of, you know what I mean? I could just see things building. I'm like, okay, whatever. I could see things coming. But, anyway, so this person got mad at me over money that was mine, that I didn't have a problem with him using. And he tried to use that as a way, like he started calling me selfish, like, oh, he wasn't going to be able to get his hair cut and get cigarettes. Like, I have forgot to stop off at the store before coming home and picking up milk and a pack of cigarettes, I needed to get here because I needed to use the restroom. That's what was on my mind when I was leaving from work. I ended up sending my daughter to go get the milk, you know what I'm saying, to give her the money so she go get the milk. Whatever, but he was upset, so he's like, oh, how much money is left? Because I had gave him money to go put on my card so my bank account wouldn't be overdrawn. I'm like, oh, go put this in there. I know this is going to be pulled out, but I just want, this was supposed to be to cover you know, and to make sure all the other stuff was good. You know what I mean? So, um, so like, you know, when you have unexpected things being taken out of your account, like, you know, reoccurring fees and things like that. So anyways, I had him go and do that. I gave him the money and was like, and I'd already told him when I gave him the money, because I was like, yo, he was like, he wanted to get a haircut. And I was like, oh yeah, I got that. I was like, here's, you know, gave him the money for the haircut. And the money for him to put into the account. You know what I'm saying? So this is like a couple of days later. He hasn't gotten his haircut yet. You know, I got a little bit of whatever in between the time. Spent a little bit of whatever money that was mine. You know what I'm saying? Come back home that day. And like I said, I forgot to stop at the store, whatever. He's upset about something. I don't know. He asked me, like, he's like, oh, how much money is left? So I go and look at my account. I'm like, oh, there's like $75 left. He was like, what happened to the money? Didn't I put da-da-da-da in there? Like, talking to me like it was his money that he put in there. And I was like, yeah, so what? If I bought some stuff, like, so what? You know? And then I said, there's still money in there for your haircut and for the pack of cigarettes that you want. You know what I'm saying? So he, whatever, was trying to get all pissy with me, like telling me like I'm selfish and all this other stuff and trying to start an argument with me. And I was like, you know what? Fuck the bullshit. I ended up leaving to go sit in the car that night for a little bit, you know? You know, and then like he was trying to send me like all kind of text messages and bullshit too. But anyways, oh, that's what it was. He was like, oh, I'm gonna go get a room, right? And I started like laughing, like, because I thought it was funny. Like earlier that day, I was talking to one of my customers about getting a room for like a vacation, like, you know, and I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, that'd be so nice, like for us to go and, you know, for us to get away from the area that we're in and go stay a couple of nights somewhere. You know, that was my thought pattern and process, you know, earlier that day. And then hearing him like, well, I'm about to go get a room, because I know how he was saying it, like he wanted me to be triggered, you know. And I start laughing, and I told him that too. But anyways, he ended up staying. And then, you know, I think like the next day I'm watching some tarot videos, and there's this guy, he's on there kind of harsh, talking some harsh stuff, you know. He's telling me, oh, who are you listening to? And I'm like, oh, I don't know, some guy. Now, to be honest with you, I just had background noise going on because I was working on something else. You know what I'm saying? So, no, bro, I saw that. You're not slick. So he's like, oh, why you gotta listen to that and whoop to whoop this and that. And I'm like, whatever, you know. So I turn the video, goes to the next reader or whatever, right? And it's this black chick, and she's talking even worse, like saying even worse stuff, like, oh, you got people doing spell work on you. This woman was doing like lighting candles on you and all kind of other stuff, right? And he's sitting there and he's just like, but he's like doing it in agreement with what the lady's saying. And I could feel the energy coming off of him is like, he's like directing it towards me, you know. I like at that moment I sat with myself and I prayed, you know what I mean. I was like, God, just let that whatever transpires from this, you know, let it whatever happened, and allow me to just be cool. I know like he's feeling some type of way, and I know for a fact I ain't doing that. Like, you can reveal that to, you know, you can let that be revealed if that's what he's thinking, you know. Or whatever, you know. And I prayed. I was like, oh, it's so crazy too. So anyways, the next morning, you know, Oh, no. There was another video I watched, the Asian chick. I think her name is Moon Fairy 33. I think that's her name. She's cute. And she heard the video. The title of her video was like, you're a pit bull, don't fuck with me type energy or something like that. Was the title. And he's like, oh yeah, what are you listening to now? Oh, what's the title of that? I saw on there, it said DOM. Now his name has those letters in it. I'm like, look, this reading is about you. Like, you know what I mean? And he was like, oh yeah. He was like, bet. And I'm just like, man, I'm like, whatever. I'm like, she's not even saying nothing back, because he had walked out to go into the bathroom during the switching of the second video to this current one that I'm talking to you about, you know. She was talking about being being dominant person, you know, in intimate times and things like that. So shit, which he kind of is. So it was really kind of, in a sense, talking about it, you know. But anyways, when he got out doing whatever, he had left back out after he said whatever he said and went back to go in the restroom. I watched the reading. It was a great reading. And you know, I told, when he came out, I was like, you should have actually listened to that reading. It was actually a good reading. It wasn't bad at all. Like, while you're, judging a fucking title, and because you're feeling some type of way inside, So I sent it to him. But anyways, like, the next morning he's telling me, oh, you could watch whatever videos you want to watch, and, don't feel like that because I was saying this and that. And I told him, I said, I'm going to watch whatever I want to watch anyway. I said, in the past, I've turned videos off and it ended badly. And, I said this time around, like, I'm going to watch whatever I want to watch. It don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, the things that were catching me were like, why are you trying to censor what I watch just because you feel some type of way? You know what I'm saying? I don't get at you about that type of shit, about what you watch. You know what I'm saying? What you listen to. Whether if it's annoying me or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't take it out on you, right? How you get upset about me with my own money, call me selfish, but I never withheld anything from you. You know what I'm saying? And even on a greater note, why are you asking me about money that I spend on that's my own? I don't ask you about what you spending your money on. But you were upset really because you gotta pay bills. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta pay them no more though, right? You ain't gotta pay them no more. So anyways, yesterday, because it was my day off, I'm trying to relax. I don't feel good. I had barely even eaten. Still haven't really eaten anything. And wait, you're going too fast. Because I know how stuff was going. Like, I think, he had texted me something. And I think I had got up. I had tried to make myself some soup, and I got sick in the kitchen. Right after reading, like, his message, like, something that he was like, oh, bet, like, okay, started. And I was like, you know what, if that's what you want, like, just leave me alone. I'm already not feeling good. He tried to make it something about tips, because, that's what it was too. I gave him $20 for gas. You know what I mean? To go to work, on top of whatever money he done pulled out for whatever he was doing for his haircut. He tried to make it seem like, he tried to say some shit like to me, you do this every time I get a haircut. You hate that I look good. And I'm like, fully, I pay for your haircut. What the fuck? You don't make no sense. Like, get the fuck out of here. You don't make no fucking sense. If I had a problem with it, nigga, I wouldn't fund for it to fucking happen for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's real. I ain't ever fucking been jealous of no fucking no man. And I damn sure ain't never been jealous of no fucking bitch, no female. Nobody out here got anything for me to be jealous of. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm legit. I'm legit. I'm authentic. I love myself. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I'm gonna praise other people. I'm gonna uplift them before I fucking be on some fucking hater shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not me. But anyways, so yeah, I know he didn't like how I came at him when I told him I was gonna watch whatever I wanted to watch, you know. And then, like, I'm proceeding to walk out the door. He's supposed to drop me off because he's gonna take the car that day to go get his hair cut. So he's supposed to drop me off, you know. He tried to be like, oh, you're just gonna leave? You're just gonna leave and take the car? And I'm like, what? You expect me to walk? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you expect me to walk to work? So he thought that he was gonna humble me in such a way, like, to where when I got off of work that night, he was supposed to pick me up. He ain't ever missed fucking picking me up. Whether he fucking fell asleep or he was up playing a game or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? He had his alarm fucking set. Matter of fact, you know, like, you gonna see. But anyways, like, so anyways, like, I get home, I walk all the way home. I was crying all that day because of the stuff that was, like, happening between us, like, the way that I was feeling inside. You know what I'm saying? So it's dark out now. It's dark out. So I gotta walk home in the dark. You ain't here to fucking pick me up. You know what time you always parked out there. And if you not, you always text me like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, give me a minute, I'm on my way. I'm running a little bit late. You know what I'm saying? So I had to walk home. I get in here. He gonna jump up like he fucking just woke up. Nigga, I done seen you jump up out your sleep, awake, you know, jumping about your sleep before. Nigga, I know what you look like when you wake up. Your ass was not asleep. You was laying there fucking pretending. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it's cool. It's good. You ain't got to say nothing. I put my backpack in the closet. And I told him, I said, you know what? You got a month to get out of my house. And I walked out, walked down to the car, sat in the car for a good portion of the fucking night. Came back up here, and then he's like trying to, you know, he was trying to text me some stuff like, oh, you know, oh, it's just a misunderstanding. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. I'm tired of your fucking antics and your fucking games and the shit you want to fucking run it, how you want to run it, like, you know what I'm saying, how you want to fucking play it out. Like, I don't care. There comes a time when you gotta ask yourself, when people gotta ask themselves, what is this person going through for this person to not care? How they come off looking to a community of fucking people. You know what I'm saying? So yesterday he come home from work. I'm laying in the bed, whatever. He was upset because he wanted me to go and get go take tip money, go borrow tip money from my work, which I'm not doing. I wasn't doing, you know, especially I just gave you $20, right? But get this how cold this shit, this how cold this motherfucker is in his fucking way of thinking, and it's so disgusting, right? He mad at me about tip money, talking about texting me stuff like, first he was texting me like, oh, you know, oh, now it's a problem for you to go and get the tips, whoop, this and that. And I'm like, dude, I'm sick. Like, I don't even feel good. Like, what are you talking about, right? He brought it up again, but hold on. When he got home, he's sitting there sitting on my feet. So I'm moving my feet. I keep having to move my feet. Every time I move my feet, here we go. He gets up, sits on them again, right? So he did this about like maybe four to five times. You know, by the fourth or fifth time, I'm like, I ain't moving my fucking feet. Fuck this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not playing this game. So I didn't move my feet. Oh, you can't move your feet? I'm like, excuse me, I've been moving my feet this whole time because you keep on sitting on them. Oh, I ain't allowed to be comfortable. Whoop de whoop, wop up, this, and that. I said, okay, cool. I'm not even fucking doing that, you know? So I said, I'm not allowed to be comfortable. I said, oh, but bet. I said, I couldn't even get a thank you for blessing you because, you know, he has sneezed a couple of times, right? And he always makes it a big deal. Oh, you ain't gonna bless me when I sneeze? What? Let me show you how entitled you've been feeling and acting, right? Let me break it down to you and for you. So then I'm like, he's like, oh, you know what? I'm leaving. I'm moving the fuck up out of here. Go ahead. I don't give a fuck. Nobody's stopping you. You can do that. You know, I got up, tried to go in the bathroom. When he use the bathroom, he just want to fight. He just want to argue, you know, and all that shit. So I'm like, man, whatever. Like, leave me the fuck alone. If you leave, then leave. Get the fuck out. I don't care. Like, I'm tired. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I come out the bathroom. I go to grab the keys. Oh, I tell you I'm leaving and you just gonna take the car? You gonna take off and run off with the car? I'm like, man, leave me the fuck alone. Any other time, what do? I go out there and I go sit in the car. Do I drive off and go fucking off? No, you know what the shit is. You just want to be in my face. You just want to fuck with me, and because you want to try to have me get arrested again. That was your plan. You wanted to try to ruin my life. So, and let me get to that too, right? So keep in mind what I said about the tips, right? Keep in mind what I said about the tips. He was like, oh, because he was like, we ain't got no fucking tissue and water and gas. You know, I needed it for gas. Oh, you can't go get no tip. Like, okay, right? But I gave you $20 this morning for gas to get to work, and from here to there, it's not that far. Keep that in mind. So I'm like walking off to the car. He following behind me, starting some shit. I try to get in my car. He go and fucking slide his way in there, close the door, try to lock it. I'm like, man, just like, what are you doing? You're acting stupid, all because he wanted to control me, because he wanted me to fucking run up here so then he could chase me back up here and, you know what I'm saying, do fucking bullshit. He kept on trying to, why don't you just go upstairs? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, just get the fuck out the car. Like, oh no, man, I had to borrow money from whatever, $40 for the gas tank. No, I don't want you running this car. You ain't going nowhere. This is my shit. I've been paying on it. And I'm like, fool, like, one, this is my car. I traded in my fucking Kia for it. You know good and damn well how this car was fucking acquired. You know who was fucking paying what on it. Who's been paying fucking everything around here. Because your ass wanted to fucking sit around and teach somebody a lesson, humble somebody, right? Got me put in fucking jail, right? Because you wanted to humble somebody. You thought it was going to make me more submissive to you? No, but what happened? I fell back from your motherfucking ass, didn't I? I stayed to myself. I let you have in my room, sitting up in my room with my door closed. Doing me laughing, joyful, you know? And then here you come. Oh, let me try to weasel my way back in. So I'm like, okay, whatever. You know? Whatever. It's been peaceful we've been somewhat getting along, but I forget why we were getting along. Because I was isolating myself, you know, to keep the fucking peace, right? It was so funny too, like how he would try to take him, use him as like, oh, hold on, let me get to that. Sleeping on the couch and stuff like that, like, that was your choice. You stated that that's what you were going to do, and I became okay with it. So I became okay with that arrangement. So how can you use that in an argument with me? Like, oh, I'm gotta sleep out here. That was your choice. In fact, I think you hate the fact that I eventually stopped asking you to come and sleep in the bed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Isn't that what you wanted? So anyways, the security was called. He tried to play me out like, oh, she texted me that she on her period and I can show you the messages, you know, so that's all that this is. And I said, hold up, nope. I'm like, you ain't gonna play me out like that, homie. I said, you wanna see the message? Why I even said that? It's because I'm like, this is what really over. He mad because I wouldn't go down to go borrow tips from my work. Because I wouldn't go and do that shit. And that's what he wanted me to do. Oh, no. Why you ain't gotta show him? No. Didn't you just say that they could see that? Oh, okay. If you gonna tell something, tell it all. Tell the whole fucking truth. Not something to shape it, to make it look like you in a fucking glorious light and try to make, you know what I'm saying? And that's what you've been doing. And I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I look like the fucking crazy ass motherfucker. Good. Think I'm fucking crazy. Good. And then fuck around and really find out. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, so that was happening like around 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? So from that time, like, I was sitting in the car. He had broke off the door trying to keep me out. You know what I'm saying? Started calling me all kind of names, trying to run up on me, trying to intimidate me, you know what I'm saying, and trying to get me to react and hit him. And he, like, you know, stupid shit, telling me like, oh yeah, go ahead, do it. Oh, that's why I got my homie camera right there. That's why his camera right there. Go ahead and do it. And I'm like, you're fucking retarded. I said, who followed who out here? Yeah, that's gonna show. That's gonna show that you followed me out here. That's gonna show that you running up on me out here. But okay, play it how you want. Play the scenario in your deluded perception and projection. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you fooled about it. You know what I mean? I don't care about these motherfuckers out here. How they look at me. How they fucking perceive me. You know? Like, I didn't have no issues until this person came into my life, and that's real. I didn't have no issues over here. Everything was peaceful, you know? But anyways, like, so, guys, like, anyway, so he goes, you know, whatever. The police come, right? Because I had to call security again. And they were, because he tried to barricade my door. So, like, I couldn't get in to go to sleep in my own house. In my own shit that I fucking pay rent on. That is leased to me. You know, under my name. Alone. You know what I'm saying? You gonna try to bar me out my own fucking... on my own shit. Now, so look, that was from 4, and that right, so that happened at 4 p.m. I was in that car sitting. I had to drive away because he kept on coming out there trying to fuck with me and being like, telling me, oh, you running the car? I'm like, the car wasn't even on. Right? So I remember like turning the ignition on and being like, oh, it's on now. And guess what? I'm leaving. Get the fuck away from me. You won't get the fuck away from me. It's running now. It's running now. Right? So I had to leave and go drive off. Right? So anyways, and I was gone. I didn't get back here until like around 10 o'clock, trying to come in here to like lay down and relax and you know what I mean? And then I find my bedroom door barricaded. So I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You know, and he's like, I'm trying to sleep in here. Who do it? I'm like, nah. I'm like, you barricaded my door? Like, where am I supposed to, where the fuck you think you gonna sleep? Sleep on the couch. I have to sleep on the fucking couch. And I'm like, I'm not doing this. I said, fool, you want to sleep on the couch. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I left out. So I go and I sit in the car again for like maybe an hour. I'm like, you know what? Maybe like whatever. You know, maybe I can get in my room somehow. So I see the door still closed. He's like, where the car, bitch? Where the car? Because by that time, you know, because he was talking about he was going to take off with the car. He's like, oh, you ain't never going to see that car again and all this other shit, right? The entitlement to other people's shit. The entitlement as well for trying to take credit for someone else's hard work. Guys, like, I had a shorts video that I made. He made a comment on it. I think it has like 1,600 views right now, right? But he was like, oh, you wouldn't have that traffic if it wasn't for me, if I didn't leave that comment. And I'm like, Dominic, I got other videos on here from way before we even started talking, any of that stuff that I created that got, you know, way more than the 16 that you're talking about. But okay, whatever, like, you know, it's not really enough for me to address. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't enough for me to address within that moment. But, like, I don't know. And there were other incidences like that. It just weird stuff. But, okay, whatever. Person could say, that's not how I meant it and how it should have been taken. And no, like, oh, okay. Oh, and, oh, I can't get credit for nothing. Why should you get credit for something you didn't do? But okay. So I forget you grew up in the era where they was giving trophies out to everybody that ran the race, right? So anyways, like, you know, he snatches my phone, trying to wrestle me and stuff, right? Because, oh, that's what happened. I took out his fucking suitcases and shit that he had sitting in there. I said, oh, yeah? I'm like, you think you gonna sleep in my fucking bedroom, in my room? I said, nah, bet, watch this. I took the shit, took it outside, sure did. Started pushing it down the stairs, sure did. He gonna come down, he gonna look at me, like, do that to me, like, move, bitch, like, and I'm like, you're funny. I sure did. I go upstairs, I close my door, my front door, and lock it. Like, okay, you want to play these games? I'm gonna go in my room and be cool. My shit's all fucked up. It was all fucked up because he was having fucking tantrums and shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, so he's banging, boom, 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 boom on the door. He ended up breaking in through the window to get in, try to bust in through the door. Got my fucking bedroom door messed up because of him. My front room fucking door messed up because of him. Fully was trying to fight me. So I had my daughter, you know, call the police. He tried to be like, oh, and that's another thing too. He had told security from at like around from the incident at around 4 o'clock. He had told security like, oh yeah, you know, she already got in trouble for some shit like this. It'd be nothing for her to go back, for me to get her to go back. So remember when I told you like he was already plotting that shit? You know what I'm saying? From jump. Like, oh, this is how I'm gonna keep her in line. You know what I'm saying? And what gave him leadway in the past was the fact that, you know, when we had other incidences and, you know, the police would be notified or called out or whatever, they were telling him, oh, well, you know, in Nevada, he could stay here even if he's not on the lease because, you know, you had already opened up the residence to him. And if you want to do this, you got to do this process. But, because he pulled all that fucking bullshit last night. And I was trying to be peaceful. Now, again, remember, I was gone from 4 p.m., came back around 10 p.m., left again, had to leave again because I was trying to avoid arguments. Right? Oh, hold on. It was from 4, came back like around 9, I think, 7 or 9, 6 to 9, right? I think I came back, I don't quite remember because 6 o'clock I was talking to my homegirl on the phone. So I think I came back around, yeah, it was around 10. And then some more bullshit popped off. So I'm like, you know what? No, like, let me just, leave again, whatever, called security. And then he's having words with the neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Like talking shit to the neighbor and stuff like that. Like just retarded stuff. And anyway, so, you know, the police end up coming. He trying to say shit like, incriminate me, like, oh yeah, no, she's already been to jail for look it up, she already been to jail for stuff like this with me, right? So I'm like I don't care. I'm like, I didn't touch him, nothing like that. I'm like, matter of fact, I said I have a recording that I could show you. I recorded everything for my safety. So the officer's looking at it, he's like, oh, what happened here? Because you see him pull my fucking bonnet off, tugging at my head, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, you ain't phasing me, you know, whatever. Try to call me bald-headed and some more shit. Like, whatever. You sound stupid to me. Started talking about, you know, my nether parts and you know, in a derogatory, like, just real nasty, ugly manner and way, you know. But, you know, it's funny. I might upload the fucking video. I think it's funny. I think it's funny as shit. Like, you know, it's funny to me. But anyway, so, you know, the officer's like, oh, can you upload this for whatever? And I already know what they want me to upload it for. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do that because I don't want Fully to go to jail. I just want him to leave me the fuck alone, right? And I tell officers that. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not trying to have nobody to go to jail, you know, for whatever, you know. They even saw Fully fucking hit me in my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hit me. It was like really, really jumbled up, but whatever. So yeah, I told the officers all that, right? So like in his head, he's feeling like super entitled, like, oh yep, I ain't gotta leave. Fuck this, I'm gonna bully her in her own home, you know, because it's already been uncomfortable. You know, it had got to the point prior to where I had conversations with my homegirl, like, yo, is that option still open? Because this fool ain't gonna leave. And, you know, is it still cool for me to come through out, to Cali? I was talking about going to Cali to go stay with her, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't trying to go back to Cali. But so yeah, like, all of that bullshit was occurring. I had left back out. Oh, that's what happened. Because it was waiting for the police to come too. I had left and moved the car because he thought he started trying to go doot doot to try to hear where the alarm was at for the car. You know what I'm saying? So I took it and had to go hide it somewhere. So I'm just like, whatever. So I came back, and then all of that other stuff with the police and me showing the video and whatever, you know what I mean? And then them leaving. He's still trying to argue with me after they had left. So I left back out again, and I went into our rec room, so I'm sitting in there for a couple of hours. I come back because I'm like, man, maybe think it's cool. Like, this is when I'm seeing like the barricading of the doors and all of that other bullshit happened. And the police officer comes the second time, and the whole time too, he's like, yep, you going to jail. Oh, you going to jail this, you going to jail. Like, he was trying to push me to do something to him, to like put my hands on him and hurt him, whatever, I got a big ass like gash on the side of my motherfucking side over here from him. Whatever, that's what happens, shit like that happens in situations like that, I guess. But yeah, so shit. I had my daughter's phone because I was talking to the police, while I was in the rec room waiting. So I'm getting text messages like, from Ma, and I'm like, oh, she must have my phone. Let me go up there and see what's going on. Like, she may need me, So I come up, of course, she's all emotional, my poor baby. And then, she comes back out there with me down to the rec room because I'm like, oh, they told me to wait over here, and I ain't trying to, have nothing, no weirdness or whatever. So, he drives back over when he's finally done with whatever, over talking to Dominic or whatever. And he's like, oh, I'm just letting you know, he is being arrested. I'm giving you this information. I suggest you go ahead and do it. He's like, we're already putting in a protective order for you. We do this automatic, but you call so that you'll have it for your end and all of this other stuff. And I'm like, okay. He's like, you need to be telling me I need to be careful. So for this officer to tell me that shit, because like too, when I was gone, he wrecked my shit. Like, TV's fucking broke, glass, all, appliances, all kind of stuff just fucked up in here. I haven't even cleaned it up. I was in bed all day trying to just sleep and relax, like get my body calm. I didn't go to sleep until like 7 o'clock this morning. I couldn't fall asleep. And I didn't even sleep that long, you know what I mean? It's fucked up when like a person tries to recalibrate your nervous system, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff. And I think too, like, was really like irksome and irritating for him, because I never wanted him to go to jail. But I think it was the fact that like I was putting conversations of ours that we had, because I'm telling you, I saw stuff happening. Like, you see patterns and stuff like that, and I saw things happening. So I'm like, yo, let me go into here, get this analyzed and see, how I can maneuver differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I've had exhausted myself in things, you know. But I had put those analysis. I had, you know, sent it to him so he could see. You know, he's laughing at it like, you know, like ChatGPT doesn't pull from the worldwide fucking databases that run fucking, that do, you know, pulls articles from scientific shit from fucking experts in the field, you know, whether that's psychology, whether that's art, whether that's fucking science, whether that's mathematics, whether that's history. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can ask that shit just about anything and it's gonna pull something for you and give you a fucking cool, detailed ass motherfucking answer, you know. But he tried to laugh it off, like, you know, like, oh, where it's coming from, like the source it's coming from. But it's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? That's like a person laughing at like, oh, this color is blue, and the person's laughing at you because you're like, oh, well, you know, this source told me that it was blue, and they're like, well, did God tell you it was blue? Are you sure it's blue? When the person can plainly see that the color is fucking blue. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, like, fully fucking was like, oh yeah, we gonna see how it feel when I get to see the look on your daughter's face when she see you get your ass beat by my sister. He was just saying real hateful, ugly things. You know, even went so far as to talk about my oldest daughter, like, you know, her giving him fellatio, like, oh, I bet, like, she gonna love it when, you know, when I come around and make her do it. I bet you, like, she'll do it. And I'm like, you're fucking sick. You're sick. You're a sick individual and you need help. You need some real ass fucking help. You know, and of course they're just gonna brush it off as, well, you know, people say stupid stuff and fucked up shit when they're upset. Not about people's children, homie. But whatever. He thought something for sure. He didn't know that God got me. I was praying the whole time. You know, before he even got home from work, I prayed. I asked for the angels of peace, understanding, healing, and love to be at that doorway. That is what I asked for. That's probably why the doorway is broken now, because of that demonic rage trying to tear down that threshold. You know what I'm saying? But I prayed. I was like, let please be here and allow for, you know, like real understanding, like real peace, like, you know, real harmony. When all of that shit was occurring, I was praying. When all of that stuff was occurring, I was praying. You know, I still pray. Still pray today. I said, you know, I was asking God, I'm like, God, like, I know you set me down in there. And I was grateful for that sit down, no matter how it came about. You know, I'm like, you allowed me to realize some things. I'm like, do the same for him. You know, I'm like, you heard and saw everything that happened, that occurred. And I, you know, and I asked God, I'm like, you know, like whatever he got going on, like that he want to try to pull towards me, you know, whoever he want to use and all that shit. Like, I asked God, like, yo, stop it before it can even happen. I said, they driving on their way, fucking blow out they motherfucking tires, make they fucking shit stop. You know what I'm saying? They trying to wait in lieu for me to, you know, in passing by, like, let there be something that stops them from even being able to approach. You know what I mean? Like, to even do anything, you know? And, like, to allow all shit to be caught, be caught on fucking, on recording. So, boom, something do happen, like, they know where to go. They know where to get. You know what I'm saying? But I know that God got me. He always moves me. He always, you know, he always places me where he needs me to be. That's why I know I have a beautiful ass fucking purpose. And that I know, like, I'm glad that I'm walking in it. You know, it's sad when you have somebody in your life that don't like you. And it's not even that they don't like you, they don't like themselves. And they don't like what you represent in their life. You know, I know that I was a person to teach him something. You know, how to truly value himself. How to truly value others that are in his life. You know, and I know for me, it was a lesson of really standing up for myself, standing up for my boundaries. It was a lesson, you know, that's what the lesson was for me, like, you know, and also to reaffirm the strength that God has placed in me and within my character and who I am, like, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I wish him the best, though. I really do. I don't know what's going to happen as far as some other stuff. But I know he looked at me as a come up. Oh, I'm going to come in here. Oh, what she eat like this? Oh, what she getting bread like that? Oh, dang, I see her looking like this. And, oh, okay, she looking better. She looking better. She looking better. Oh, bet. Well, I'm in a down way right now. Okay, I don't want to fucking be over living over there. I still want to be over here in this area. You know what I mean? And doing stupid shit. You know, he said that he took a job to go work on a fucking boat to make me miss him, to inflict that type of energy upon me for me to miss him. Like, what? Why would you want me to miss you? Like, what, for what reason? And then was doing all kind of stupid shit before then, and, you know, even after then, like, nah, no, I'm good. You know, he didn't like me being smiled upon. He didn't like God's glow and light upon me, God's love crowning and kissing me. That's what he didn't like. Hearing how, you know, when we share our day with each other, the different compliments I would get from the customers when I would tell them, the gifts that I would get from customers, you know. He got really mad and upset because a customer was like, you know, you're really powerful. I could feel your power. You're so powerful. That's what she told me. And that was powerful to me, her telling me that. Like, what? You know, and I was living in all that, like, soaking it up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like, okay, you know, because that's what I needed within that moment. God sent me something that I needed within that moment, a confirmation that I needed within that moment. You know what I mean? So, you know, he didn't like me feeling empowered. I feel like me standing in who I am just, you know, it made him feel less than or whatever. You know, there ain't no competition between us. Like, we're just people. You know, we should be in competition with ourselves to become better than the versions that we were yesterday. I really do wish him all the best and all that. Hope he's all right. You know, and like the level of pettiness tore down all the stuff off the walls, wrecked gifts, tried to take back a gift that he got for my daughter. Just ugly stuff. Like, you didn't mean none of that. Like, all of that stuff was conditional. It wasn't given freely, and you know what I'm saying? It wasn't given from your heart space, not truly. This is wild. Just wild. I got glass all over in here. I'm so afraid to step down around in here, like, but whatever. I wanted to share that with you guys, because I had to get it off out of my, off of my helmet. You know what I think kept me grounded too was the project that I'm working on. I think he's jealous of that too. He ripped up some of my fucking cards and shit. Like, you're fucking petty. You didn't fucking create those things. You know what I'm saying? You didn't spend time on those things. But whatever. Yes, it got to her. Not really. But because I'm working on creating something right now, and the creation of it kind of was like keeping me in a good ass mindset. The messages I was getting, like, as I'm creating this project, it was giving me guidance even through this situation. And it's just wild. It's cool, like, too, because now I have a story to put to tie into the creation of, this project. Like, I love God so much. I love spirit so much. Like, I was sad. I was crying. I'm not gonna lie. I probably may cry here and there, but overall, we weren't good for each other, and I was too much of a giver in this relationship. So, I'm glad there's a lot of things I can learn too, but yeah, I uploaded that other video. Y'all should go read it. Like, who wants to read all that? You should go read it. It might give you guys some insights into similar situations, that maybe that you guys have gone through, and ways that you guys can handle whatever. It's just crazy to me, like, the neighbor, because he's sitting there listening to all of the fucking bullshit that that he was saying to me. He's like telling me stuff like, that's why nobody like you. That's why Zoe left you. That's why every man you get leave you. I'm just sitting there and I was laughing. I was telling him, like, fool. He's like, that's why your family fuck with you and leave you, and don't fuck with you and leave you. I said, fool, you retarded. I said, I left them. I said, I don't talk to them. I don't hit them up. Like, what are you talking about? You sound and look retarded. But the neighbor next door was like, I have yet to see a man in that house. That's what he told him. I know that shit is sitting in his head, hearing that. Because he's witnessed things, and he's probably heard a lot more, to be honest with you. I was a bit ashamed about the things that were going on here, you know, because nobody deserved to hear that shit. You know what I mean? Like, any of that. It took me back to when I was like 19. Shit that was going on with my first husband. It took me all the way back to that type of stuff. And I'm like, dude, like, I ain't been like that in years. Like, how I let this person take me back to that. You know what I mean? Why did I allow myself to go back? There's, you know, whatever. There's things there for me to address and look at myself, and I'm okay with doing that. I'm okay with doing that. But he likes presenting himself to be a certain way. He tried to tell motherfuckers that the vehicle that I have, that he bought it for me. That he bought that shit for me. Now I traded my fucking shit in to get that car. And you have to get on to be a co-signer for it. Like, it wasn't, you didn't buy that shit for me. You didn't drop not a fucking dollar on that car for me to even drive it off the fucking lot. So, what? And then the payments, because you recently started making payments, and you may have made 1 or 2 payments in the beginning. You were sending me money for that because you were using money, my money, from off of my fucking credit card and shit like that while you were on the fucking boat. But before you, and that was before you got paid and stuff like that. But yeah, okay. And the time, oh, let's not forget about the whole time that you sat on your ass on unemployment because you wanted to teach me a lesson. And you barely started paying for half of the fucking bills from when I went to jail, right? But, okay. And you tell me bullshit like, oh, you think I'm gonna come into this and leave with nothing? What did you come with? What did you come with? No, you think that you're gonna come in here and take from my daughter? No, because everything that I have is for her. So you think you're gonna come in here and take what God blessed me with? But okay. And then you want to try to curse it on top of that, and try to curse me on top of it. But okay. I know that everything that I've gone through with you, that I'm going to be blessed for it. And I know that everything that you tried to come through and destroy and take away from me, because, you know, he even threatened like, oh, I'm going to get you kicked up out of here. Oh, yep. And I'm going to get you to lose your job. Yep. Like, why waste your time? Take that energy and use it to progress your life. Because, baby, let me tell you, when Flora's dad tried to leave me for dirt, tried to have a vehicle taken from me, God blessed me with another one. When this fool didn't fucking put the money down that he said he had put down for the rent, and was actually pocketing it and taking it because he was planning his fucking escape from whatever, and then the shutdown happened, and, you know, I was getting evicted because, you know, well, actually, I didn't get evicted. No, I had to leave because somebody ran up in my home. I had an intruder in my home. Y'all can go back and look at that video that brought me here. God set that up and moved me swiftly. Move me swiftly. You know what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm talking about? God has always had his hand on my life. And he's always done for me and moved for me in incredible fucking miraculous fucking ways. You know, so I'm not, it is what it is. I just know that, like, God go, you know, he already got a plan for me. I had already thought about, you know, been wanting to move and things like that. I was actually trying to move into the city, but you know, whatever. We gonna see though. We gonna see what's good. I just wanted to come in here and talk to you guys, get my mind straight for a little bit. Let all of these thoughts run out, and so I can have gain a little bit more clarity and peace. I gotta go to work tomorrow. He's so petty. He took all the food, so I couldn't even cook nothing for us, and that's all right. Whatever. We got, you know, some grains and things like that, so we cool for now until I have to go shopping. But yeah, he's not allowed to come back over here, especially with that protection order. I don't know how he's going to get his things. Guys, that man wanted to destroy me. He has so much hatred for females, and I don't know why. I don't know why, if something happened to him or what, but it reminds me of a certain energy, but I don't want to say that because then he gon', you know, it's really gon', when people like that, they really go crazy and be doing fuck shit, like some real fuck shit. And no, I ain't saying it because I'm afraid of some shit. Oh no, baby, it ain't nothing like that. Cause yeah, I heard that. It ain't nothing like that. Don't ever be confused. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, whatever. Anyways, I love you guys. I'm gonna get off. Maybe I'll come back and do a reading. See you.